action!
Yes.
Halftime! Folks, weekend's got nothing on us. We are here. It is the official super, I don't think we're allowed to say that, so it's whatever. But it's a super halftime cocktail show brought to you live. Oh, is this going to be anything like the actual halftime show? You ready with this? We've got, first of all, I have got you the only super cocktail that is out there. Literally, it is the Queens Park Hotel Super Cocktail. It's legit. We're going to make it right now. Folks, you get appetizers. You get everything. It's the whole schmear. Are you ready? Now, Blitz, Glamour, we spared no expense. Are you ready for the Blue Monkey Quarantine halftime cocktail show? I turned up the music, but we're not allowed to have it. Here we go. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. It's a light show. It's everything. Yeah, we were going to get pyrotechnics in the fog machine, but we can't afford them. So here we are. So what a game, right? I mean, this is good. This cocktail will be better. And if you have a few of these, the game will be better. That's how it works. So, Queens Park Hotel, we're going back 1895. Folks, I'm telling you, this is one of the superest cocktails out there. Yeah, I made that up. So 1895. And so the hotel was built in 1895. We're talking about Trinidad, the island, Caribbean island, right? Port-au-Prince is capital, and they spend a whopping $30,000 to build this hotel. But it's like the cat's meow or whatever. But it's the place to be. And in the 1920s, it is literally the place to be. Because remember, it's prohibition. Yeah. So people from America, they're coming down to spend long weekends in the Caribbean, including this one of the top hotels, and so that they can drink. And not only are the people coming to drink, the bartenders from America, because they don't have a place to live, they're coming down too. So, yeah, Queens Park Hotel is like the place to be. Fast forward, about 1932. Now, the cocktail had been around for a little while. That's when it first comes to print. And yeah, this cocktail is, so we're in the Caribbean. Basically, it's all daiquiris, right? And you remember daiquiris, right? Rum, lime, simple syrup. It's pretty simple. But a lot of risk. Everybody's trying to make a better daiquiri or a better version. Risk, as it so be. So in 1932, they create this cocktail, and it is named the Queens Park Hotel, because that's the name of the hotel, Super Cocktail. You can't make this up. Yeah. So apparently, they were like, you know what? This is a pretty good cocktail. So they're going to call it the pretty good cocktail. But no, it's better than that. Let's just call it the good cocktail. No, above average. No, let's call it the just really nice cocktail. And somebody said, damn it, no, it is super. And we're going to call it the super cocktail. Yeah, you laugh at that. But since we are talking about the Super Bowl, and in case you're curious at how that is fancy name, it's not that much further than what we just described. So apparently, Super Bowl I, so back then it wasn't really, it was AFL versus NFL, and it was a championship game. But it was, so before NFL, before professional football, it was really all college. So the bowl game had been around, so we already were using that vernacular. The Sugar Bowl, 1930s, that thing had been around. So somebody decided, okay, this is a bowl game, and somebody who was quoted as this said, yeah, it's not just a bowl game, it's a Super Bowl game. Where did he get the word super from? his kids' toys. One of the big, and so now we're back 1967, right? When this is first happening. One of the big kids' games was the new Super Bowl, and he'd taken it from his kids' toys. He said, it's not just a bowl, it's a Super Bowl. And it stuck. It took three years, and then finally they were like, apparently they were going to call it the match, they were going to call it the game, and Super Bowl one. This is really not funny. Let's talk about the drink. So, I told you, the drink itself, it's basically, it's real funny backwards. The star of this drink, nay, the MVP of the game, this little guy right here, Angostura aromatic bitters. Now, we use them all the time. So why, in this cocktail, why in the world would Trinidad be so influenced by Angostura bitters? Well, here's what we know. 1834, Dr. Seeger, he actually creates aromatic bitters. And where does he create them? Well, where he lives, in Venezuela, the little town in Venezuela, at the time known as Angostura. And he creates these for medicinal purposes. And you know as well as I do, anything that starts off in medicine quickly becomes an alcoholic beverage. So, but anyway, he creates this where he lived in Venezuela. Fast forward in 1875, he moves his operations to Trinidad, Tobago Island, the islands, Trinidad, Tobago, but he goes to Trinidad, and that is where, to this day, Angostura bitters are still made. So Trinidad, just in case you're wondering, from Venezuela, it's about 7 miles off the coast. That's where the island lies. And anyway, so there are a lot of heavy influence drinks in Trinidad off of Angostura bitter. And there's a ton of them in this one. So for God's sake, Paul, it's almost half time over, and you haven't even made a drink. All right, I'm making a drink. So a couple of 2 glasses, put some ice in there, throw those bad boys down. So I'm not lying when I'm telling you that this is basically a daiquiri. So daiquiri, we gotta have rum. So go with a gold rum, 2 ounces per. So Shelby. Now, here's where I'll tell you right off the bat, it gets a little crazy. This is one of the only popular cocktails out there where it is a rum and sweet vermouth mix. So half an ounce per on the sweet vermouth. So we're going to go 1 ounce total. All right. Then coming in with grenadine. Use that red fake stuff. Make your own. Remember, it's simple to make. Just have to make the first batch. Remember, all it is pomegranate juice, 1 to 1 with sugar. Boil it down. I added a little vodka. Keep going, and we're going to go half an ounce per. So this is 1 ounce total. There we go. We need lime juice. It's a daiquiri. So we're going to go 1 ounce per. And I'm going to try to get that thing about 1.5 of these limes over here. So now you'll see some of the recipes will say just a half an ounce. Some, but we're going to go 1 ounce per. Deliciousness right here. And just a little bit. Whoa. Alright. So, lime juice, and then here's the Angostura bitters. Now, again, most of our cocktails, when we're going with Angostura bitters, we're doing like 1 to 2 dashes. This is 4 dashes per. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, heavy dose of anti-slavery. And then, of course, the star and sponsor of our halftime show is Emergency. Yeah, Emergency. I only saw the commercial during the halftime show, but yeah, Emergency. They're out there. They're saving lives. It's vitamin C. Emergency. Not sponsoring our show, but I'm pretty sure sponsoring the halftime show for real. So, a little sprinkle of that, and then first, we're coming in. Give the shake. Always smile for the camera. Alright, there it is. You can smell all of it. You can smell the bitters, the nice scoop, chilled, and then
That's pretty.
is that not a pretty looking drink? This could be your new favorite daiquiri drink. And what's cool about this? Who knew that they were coming out with super cocktails back in 1932? Alright, now we got a garnish it. We go with, of course, the wonderful, wonderful world of limeade. Boom. One more. Boom. Folks, there it is. Halftime celebration, quarantine, Queens Park Hotel, super cocktail. Now, is it good? Oh, that is a super cocktail. Wait.
That was the extent of our
That was our pyrotechnics, folks. There it is, right here, coming at you. Well, that was very anti-kinetic. Hold on a second. There it is. Ready? Slow mo go. All right. So there it is. Now, last things for you to know and understand about our halftime show. So here's what's interesting. There has been a halftime show since the very first Super Bowl in 1967. Now, back in the day, and again, since it was really a spin-off of college football, I mean, that was the model. Almost every halftime show basically just had a marching band. That was it. But there would always be maybe a guest performance. So the very first one, Super Bowl I, 1967, it was the University of Alabama marching band with guest appearance by the Three Stooges. Yeah, that happened. And for a long time, the Super Bowl halftime show, it sucked. It was not, oh my God, freaking super. Wasn't until 1991 that was the first time that they ever had actually a pop act. And who was it? Anybody know? NKOTB. New Kids on the Block made the appearance. And guess what? It sucked. Because it was also sponsored by Disney. So they had to Disneyfy the whole thing. The year before that, how bad was it? The year before that, it was another marching band paying tribute to the Peanuts. And they sang happy birthday. Yeah. So, but, obviously, it's come a long way. One of the best rated ones ever, Michael Jackson, 1993. But we can't talk about Michael Jackson without talking about the 2004 Janet Jackson Nipplegate episode. Which I only bring up because, did you know that Coupe Glass is supposedly molded and modeled after Queen Elizabeth? Marie Antoinette's bosom. So, we don't have Nipplegate, but we got nipple coupes. So, yeah, cheers to that. But anyway, now you know, and much like the halftime performance, we do not get paid for this show. Just like all of the performers that do the Super Bowl, they don't get paid for doing that. They do it for the notoriety and just for the fun. Send them here. We don't get paid for this. We just do it because we love you. And you know what? Cheers. Love you all. Enjoy the rest of the Super Bowl. And here you go with your super cocktail for a super game. Folks, we love you. I know. Just soak it in. Now, back to our regular scheduled program. You need to watch the end of that. Love you all. Good night.